Hey guys, it's Rachel from Hope Corner Farm. By day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet, quilt, sew, and cook. And today I'm going to teach you how to complete this Sunflower Granny Square. I love me a good granny square, and I in particular love a granny square that has a floral theme to it. The thing I love the most about a granny square is you can take the same color combinations, but by how you put them together inside of the square changes how they look. So today I'm going to show you how to make a granny square that looks like this, but there are lots of different options out there of how you can make your own sunflower granny squares look. So if you're ready to learn how to make this, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. So for today's tutorial on a sunflower granny square, you're going to have to grab a few materials. First off, for a square like this, you're going to need 5 different colors of yarn. So I've got here 5 different colors of a medium weight size 4 yarn. You're also going to need an H crochet hook, which is 5.0 millimeters. You're going to need a yarn or a tapestry needle, and you're going to need a pair of scissors. Once you've gathered all your materials, we're ready to go. All right, so for round 1, we're going to start with a magic circle. Now you could start this with a chain 4 and then slip stitch to the very first chain to make a circle, but I will tell you the center of your sunflower will not be as tight or won't close as tightly, so that's why I prefer the magic circle. You're also going to need to know how to do a double crochet and a chain and again a slip stitch for this round. So if you need to see any of those in slower, more detailed moves, I've got a link to a video below that takes those a lot slower. So let's start here. So I'm going to grab my yarn. I'm going to make sure my yarn tail is hanging down here. I'm pinching with my thumb and my index finger. I'm going to go over top of 3 of my fingers, down and underneath those 3, come back up and come across, pinching and holding that yarn with my pinky finger. I'm going to come under the first loop, over the second. My crochet hook is facing down, so I'm going to pull forward. It kind of creates an A. What I'm going to do then is turn my hook so it creates a loop there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch so I can take my fingers out of the middle of that circle, and then I'm going to chain 2. So here is 1 and 2. Now I'm ready to put 15 double crochets on the inside of this magic circle. So I do that by yarning over, inserting into the circle. I come over, grab on, yarn over and pull through. Now I've got 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Now there's 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2 more. I'm going to repeat that process 14 more times. So here's my second double crochet, my third double crochet, 4th, here's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So now this is what my magic circle looks like at the moment. I've got 15 double crochets into it. Now what I need to undo or do is unwind my yarn tail. So now it's loose. I'm going to gently kind of put a little bit of pressure right here with my thumb and my index finger, and then I'm going to slowly start pulling with that yarn tail. And I'm going to keep pulling and pulling and pulling until it's nice and tight. So after I've pulled this tight, I'm going to slip stitch here to the top, very top of the first double crochet. So I'm pulling through just like that. I'm going to cut my yarn free, and then I'm going to fasten off, and I do that by yarning over, pulling through, and keep pulling, pulling, pulling till that yarn tail pops out. I'll tighten that down, and then I'm going to weave in my ends here to complete this round. And that completes round 1. So again, the reason I love this magic circle is I love how tight the center of these circles get when you use a magic circle as opposed to a chain 4 and a slip stitch. Now we're ready to move on to round 2. All right, for round 2, we're going to bring in our next color. Now, I do not like to slip stitch in the same spot that I left off. I'm going to kind of rotate my circle a little bit, and then you can insert into any of those stitches, but basically you're just going to go right in here and insert, so you're picking up 2 legs. We're going to bring in the new color just by draping it over our crochet hook and then pulling through that stitch. I am going to pin that yarn tail on the back with my hand, pull it tight, and then I'm going to chain 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 puff stitch and chain 1 in each of these stitches around. We should have a total of 16 by the time we're done. So how I do that is I yarn over, I'm going to go into that same space, yarn over, pull through. Now there's 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, insert into the same, yarn over, pull through. Now there's 5 loops on my hook. Yarn over, go into the same, yarn over, pull through. Now I've got, it's hard to see, but there are 7 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and then chain 1. Now we're going to move to the next stitch. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. Now we got 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7, and chain 1. I'm going to continue putting some puff stitches in each of these stitches around. I'll show you what I need to do when we get to where we joined it. It looks a little funny, so you have to be careful where you put your hook when you get to that joining space. So I'm going to keep puff stitching all the way around here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we're over to where we joined. So you can see it looks a little bit different here. So this is one space that we're going to put our hook. So we're going to yarn over, go into this little space right here, and we're going to put a puff stitch. Then we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to put into this space another puff stitch. And chain 1, so you can see what that looks like there. Now we're going to go, the rest of them should be about the same, where you're just putting them into a regular stitch. So we'll quickly finish up this round here. And here's our last puff stitch. Chain 1. So now before I join my round, I'm going to show you all my puffs here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 puffs. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to join right into this space right here. We'll join with a slip stitch, cut our yarn, we'll fasten off, and then we'll weave in our ends to complete round 2. And that completes round 2 of the Sunflower Granny Square. All right, now we're ready for round 3, and in this round we're going to use a chain, we're going to use a double crochet 2 together, as well as a cluster stitch, which in essence is a double crochet 3 together. If you need to see how to complete those stitches in slower, more detailed moves, I've got links to videos for those down below that you can check out and learn those stitches a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join with a slip stitch to any of my chain 1 spaces around the circle. Again, I don't like to go where I just left off, so I kind of turn and we'll just insert our hook into any of the chain 1 spaces. We're going to bring in color number 3, drape it over our hook, pull it through the chain 1 space. We're going to pin that yarn tail on the back side, and then we're going to chain 2. So here's 1 and 2. And then we're going to double crochet 2 together in that same space. So we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now there's 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to complete that stitch. Now I'm going to chain 2. So here's 1 and 2. I'm going to move to the next chain 1 space, and into that chain 1 space I'm going to do a cluster stitch or a double crochet 3 together. So yarn over, insert into that chain 1, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now there's 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that completes your cluster stitch or your double crochet 3 together. So we're going to chain 2 again, and we're going to repeat putting a cluster stitch or a double crochet 3 together in each of the chain 1 spaces around, and we're going to follow each cluster stitch with a chain 2. So again, cluster stitch into the next chain 1 space and chain 2. Cluster stitch, chain 2, cluster stitch, chain 2, cluster stitch, chain 2. We're just going to keep repeating that. So here's our last cluster stitch, chain 2, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to join right here into this space right here with a slip stitch. We're going to come and cut our yarn off and fasten off. Now before I weave in my ends, I'm just going to point out that around this circle here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cluster stitches around this circle. Now we're just going to weave in our ends. And that completes round 3. So now it's time to start round 4, and in round 4 we're going to use a chain stitch, we're going to use a double crochet, and we're also going to use a double crochet 2 together. Again, I've got links to those videos below if I go too fast with them. So we're going to bring in our 4th color, and again, I don't like to go into the same place that I just left off, which is right here, so I'm just going to move to a different spot, but we're going to work into the chain 2 spaces from the last round. So I'm just going to insert my hook into one of those chain 2 spaces. I'm going to drape my new color over my hook and pull through that space, pin the yarn tail on the back, and then I'm going to chain 2. So here's 1, 2. Now I'm going to place a double crochet in that same chain 2 space. And then I'm going to place a double crochet 2 together into that exact same space. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1. Now we're going to move to the next chain 2 space, and we're going to put a double crochet 2 together. So here's 1, and then we're going to put one more double crochet 2 together into that spot. So here's 2. and then we're going to chain 1. So into each chain 2 space, we're working 2 sets of double crochet 2 together, and then we chain 1 to move to the next chain 2 space. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So we'll have a total of 16 of these kind of little clusters that are created by 2 double crochet 2s together. So hopefully you can see how that's coming along here. Again, each chain 2 space has 2 double crochet 2 together put into it, and you chain 1 to get to the next one. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 1. And we're just going to keep repeating this around here. Okay, so we have 1 chain 2 space left to work in. So we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then chain 1. Now we're going to come over here, and this is the chain, or this, what we're going to slip stitch to is right here. We're going to slip stitch, cut our yarn free, fasten off. Then all we have to do is weave in our ends. But I want to point out one thing. You should again have 16 of these sets around. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of those sets. Now we're going to weave in our ends. And that completes round 4. Now we're ready to bring in the white, which is color number 4, and it's going to be our edging border color. So what I like to do is I find the spot where I joined the last round, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chain 1 gaps to the left. So here's my thing. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that way I have a corner stitch that happens right here, and that really helps to cover where I joined, because sometimes, like, this is not the prettiest join I have ever had right here for a round. So my corner space has a few more stitches, so it'll cover that. So that's why I go 1, 2, 3, 4 chain 1 gaps to the left. I'm going to insert my hook because we're going to work in those chain 1 gaps. I'm going to bring in my white yarn, drape it over, pull through, and then I'm going to chain 2. Now I'm going to start and make my first corner here into this chain 1 space. So I've chained 2. Now in this round, we're going to use double crochets, half double crochets, and chains, and a slip stitch. So if you need to see how to complete any of those in slower, more detailed movements, I got links to those videos down below. So now I'm going to place another double crochet into this space. So I'm going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to put another double crochet. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to put 2 more double crochets in that same spot. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and 1 more double crochet into that exact same spot. I'm creating a corner piece, and then I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to move to this next chain 1 space, and I'm going to place 3 half double crochets into it. So I'm going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on the hook. I'm going to put another half double crochet and 1 more half double crochet in that exact same spot. Chain 1. Move to the next space and place 3 more half double crochets in it. So here is 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. We're going to move to the next space, place 3 more half double crochets. So here's 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. Now we're ready to make another corner in the next chain 1 space. So yarn over, we're going to place 2 double crochets into that spot. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 2 and place 2 more double crochets in the same space to create our corner, and then we'll chain 1. Move to the next chain 1 and place 3 half double crochets. Followed by a chain 1. Move to the next space and put 3 half double crochets. Chain 1. And one more time, move to the next space and place 3 half double crochets. Chain 1. Now we're going to create a corner. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 more double crochets, chain 1. We're going to go to the next chain 1 gap, and we're going to place 3 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space and go 1, 2, 3 half double crochets, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space, place 3 half double crochets, followed by a chain 1. Now we're back here, we're going to do our corner stitch here. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to go into it, place 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, chain 2, place 2 more double crochets in that exact same space. Now we're going to chain 1, then we have 1 side left. So we're going to go into this chain 1 gap here and place 3 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space and go 1, 2, 3 half double crochets, chain 1, and go to the last chain 1 space and place 1, 2, 3 half double crochets, followed by a chain 1. And then we're going to come over and we are going to join to this stitch right here. We're going to slip stitch right here to finish the round. Oops. And that completes round 5. You can see we've started to get our sides. It's still a little bit rounded. It'll correct itself a little bit more as we add the last round here. I also recommend blocking these squares. It's going to help them to lay nice and flat, but I'll talk about that when I get to the end. Let's move on to round 6. So round 6 is our final round for this granny square. So we're going to start by chaining 1. Now we're going to place a half double crochet in this chain, or this space right here, sorry. And then we're going to come over here, and into this little space right here, we're going to place another half double crochet. And then into that chain 2 space, we're going to go 2 half double crochets. chain 2, and then we're going to put 2 more half double crochets into that same chain 2 space. Now you may have to shove these just a hair this way, because this is the space that we're going to work a half double crochet into. Then we're going to go into this next one right here and work another half double crochet. We're going to go into this chain 1 space right here and place 3 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to go to the next chain 1 space right here, place 3 more half double crochets, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space here and place 3 more half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space, place 3 more half double crochets. So basically in every chain 1 space, we're going to place 3 half double crochets. Now we're going to come to this space right here, and we're going to place a half double crochet in it. And then again, we're going into this little space right here. That's where we're going to place our second half double crochet. Then we're going to place 2 half double crochets in the chain 2 spot. So there's 1, 2, chain 2, and then put 2 more half double crochets in that same chain 2 space. We're going to place a half double crochet in this little weird looking space right here, a half double crochet here. I'm going to place 3 half double crochets in this chain 1 space. We're going to chain 1, 3 half double crochets in this next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 half double crochets. We're not going to chain 1 this time. Now we're going to go half double crochet into this space, half double crochet into this little space right here, 2 half double crochets in the corner space. So here's 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 more half double crochets. We're going to put a half double crochet into this space, half double crochet into this space, 3 half double crochets in this chain 1 space. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space and place 3 half double crochets in it, chain 1. So you should be feeling this pattern now. 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 half double crochets in the next one, half double crochet in this space, half double crochet in this little weird space, 2 half double crochets in the chain 2, followed by a chain 2, 2 more half double crochets in that exact same space, half double crochet in this little weird space right here, half double crochet here. Now we're on to the last side. We're going to place 1, 2, 3 half double crochets in this first chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space, and then 3 half double crochets in the very last chain 1 space here. Then we're going to come over here, we're going to join with a slip stitch to this stitch right here. So you can kind of see what this looks like now with our border on it. Again, it's kind of wavy around the edges, so I would block this. Okay, I'm also going to cut off my yarn. I'm going to fasten off, and I'm going to weave in my ends quickly. And I'll show you what this looks like when we're all done and after it's been blocked, so you can see what it looks like when it's fully finished. So this is what our block looks like after I have blocked it and kind of gotten it to lay nice and flat and nice and square. And that's the completed Sunflower Granny Square. I love the look of these sunflowers. They're just so pretty. I love a flower granny square. And you can use this in a multitude of different projects. You could put these together, sew them together to make a blanket. I've seen people do bags with them. The pillows, the options are endless for a granny square, which is what I love about them. And that's the Sunflower Granny Square. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.